Chapter 66-71. Matt was a little nervous. He didn't know whether Charlie's words were sincere or a joke. After all, he had offered $1 billion to buy Tawana's life. And Mr. Wade, the man behind him, wanted him and Tawana to make peace. If he was sincere, it would be fine. If he had other plans, he would be in trouble. Steve, who was standing by, saw his panic and said with a smile, "Matt, don't use your mean heart to judge Mr. Wade's gentleman's belly. If Mr. Wade wanted to punish you, you would not have lived to this day. I killed you in the United States." Matt nodded repeatedly and said respectfully, "Mr. Rothschild is right. I don't doubt Mr. Wade. I just think it will be more or less awkward to see Tawana later." "It doesn't matter," Charlie said calmly, "no matter what kind of past you have had, or what conflicts of interest you have. Now is the time to turn the page and move on." Yes, Matt said respectfully, "everything is up to Mr. Wade." Soon, Tawana and Trevor, escorted by the motorcade, came to the downstairs of Classic Mansion. Many media followed her motorcade from Shangri-La to the performance site early this morning. Now it's lunchtime, but Tawana actually took a car to Classic Mansion again. The media and reporters were all very surprised. "Is Classic so delicious?" Tawana had just eaten there last night and came again at noon today. Because her every move is being watched by fans all over the country. The news that she came to Classic for dinner soon spread to the internet, which made Classic another hot search. Orville came downstairs and personally greeted Tawana and Trevor upstairs. As soon as they entered the box door card, they saw two older American white men. After taking a closer look at him, she was shocked. Because one of them was like a nightmare to her, Matt. Tawana's past with Matt was not an emotional entanglement. But Matt organized many private gatherings unknown to the upper class on his private island at that time. He was the initiator of the party. And he invited socialites such as Tawana. And even many wealthy people, who are well known in the United States. Matt's role is more like a high-level broker. Top rich people and top stars meet at his party. And may even rub out some psychological and physical sparks. While these people rubbed sparks and took what they needed on his island, they also brought him a lot of very valuable resources. And he could make a lot of money through these celebrities and rich people. Since he is a broker between celebrities and rich people, he naturally witnessed many people's secrets. Tawana also attended his party that year. And many people at the party had thrown olive branches at Tawana. And because of Tawana's status in the entertainment industry, she saw and experienced almost all the top rich people. In addition, Tawana's global influence is also top-notch. Once she chooses to tell what he knows, the influence of the matter will be infinitely magnified. This is why those people want to kill Tawana. Chapter 66-72. Seeing Tawana's anxious expression, Charlie smiled and said, "Tawana, don't be so nervous. You are in China now, not in the United States or Japan. No one can hurt you here." Tawana calmed down a little and nodded gently. Charlie invited her and Trevor to sit on his left, while Steve and Matt sat on his right. In this way, he would be in the middle, which would make Tawana feel a little relieved. Matt was also very embarrassed at this time. He wanted to say hello to Tawana, but he felt that it was not appropriate to speak rashly. He also wanted to apologize directly, but he felt that he was just a small shrimp here. The big brother Steve next to him didn't say anything. And the big brother's big brother Charlie didn't say anything. If he spoke rashly now, he must be a little ignorant. Trevor also recognized Matt at this time. He didn't have much contact with Matt, mainly because of his identity. And status before he was with Tawana was not enough to be invited by Matt. Recognizing Matt, he immediately gritted his teeth and said, "How come you are here, you bastard?" "Mr. Wade, he is the one who wants to kill Tawana." Matt looked nervous, and Charlie smiled and said, "Trev, I asked everyone to come here today. Not to let you quarrel or curse in front of me. I asked you to come here to make peace." Then he pointed at Steve and continued, "In addition, I have a new friend to introduce to you. This is the heir of the Rothschild family, Mr. Steve Rothschild." Steve looked at the two and smiled and said, "Hello, I have seen many reports about you in the news media. Tawana and Trevor have been the focus of media attention around the world since they got together. Sometimes, even if you don't have a gossipy heart, social media will still push you the things between the two of them." When Trevor and Tawana heard that this was Steve Rothschild, they were shocked and speechless for a while. The Rothschild family has a very high reputation and a strong sense of mystery both in the United States and in the entire Western world. This family has always protected itself very well. Everyone knows that this family is very powerful, even unmatched. However, when you really search for those members of the Rothschild family who can be searched, it seems that none of them are so outstanding. This is because the core Rothschild family never shows up. And those Rothschild family members who are pushed out by them are often just their collateral families. It is precisely because of this that many conspirators even infer that the Rothschild family is just a scam that has been spread for hundreds of years. Otherwise, why is there no Rothschild in the top 100 of the world's richest people? However, those who have really had substantial contact with the upper class know that the Rothschild family is a real super existence. Therefore, when Trevor and Tawana heard that the other person in front of them was the second in command of the Rothschild family, they were much more nervous than meeting the president. Moreover, they did not expect that the second in command of the Rothschild family would actually appear in Ores Hill, and appear in Classic Mansion where Charlie invited them to dinner yesterday. Chapter 66-73. Tawana and Trevor did not know Charlie's true identity. When they were in Tokyo, he was able to call Steve Rothschild, which was already unbelievable in their eyes. But who would have thought that Steve, who was as rich as a country, would come to Ores Hill like the two of them? Moreover, he brought Matt Finkelstein with him. Tawana immediately looked at him and said to him very respectfully, "Dear Mr. Rothschild, thanks for your help in the previous secret investment." Steve immediately waved his hand and said very calmly, "I did that matter entirely for Mr. Wade's sake. Otherwise I would not have intervened at all." After that, he looked at Matt beside him and said seriously, "Matt, you too, if Mr. Wade hadn't suggested that I save your life, I wouldn't have kept you by my side to keep you safe." Matt himself is an old fox. When he heard this, he immediately looked at Charlie, stood up and said respectfully, "Thank you, Mr. Wade, for saving my life. If it weren't for you, I might have been assassinated." Charlie smiled and said, "You don't need to thank me here. I gathered all of you here in the hope of promoting close cooperation and mutual benefit among you." As he said that, he looked at Tawana. "Tawana, Mr. Steve is a boss in the United States. Get familiar with him. When you return to the United States in the future, no one will dare to provoke you." Steve also immediately expressed his opinion. "Tawana, since Mr. Wade has said so, don't worry. Your business will be my business in the future. I dare not say anything about other places. In Europe and the United States, I still have some influence." Tawana was very moved. "Thank you, Mr. Wade, thank you, Mr. Rothschild." Matt Finkelstein also said respectfully at this time, "I have handed over a lot of inside information and video materials related to those people to Mr. Rothschild. The weakness of those people is now in the hands of Mr. Rothschild. I believe they will never dare to do anything excessive. You can rest assured about this, Tawana. Tawana nodded gently. Although Matt withdrew the assassination of himself, there must be many people who want his life. But in this situation, it seems that he doesn't have to worry at all. At this time Charlie said again. Steve, everyone in your circle should know now that you are protecting Tawana, right? Yes, Mr. Wade. Steve said. I asked Matt to withdraw the secret money and brought him to his side for protection. Those people must know these actions, but I'm not sure how they understand it. Maybe they will understand that Tawana is now protected by me. Or maybe they will understand that I protect Matt in order to get their handle and control them. Understood. Charlie nodded and said to Tawana. Tawana, I have a small suggestion. But it can help you completely solve all your problems and even bring you great benefits. I wonder if you are interested in trying it. Tawana hurriedly said, Mr. Wade, please go ahead. Charlie said, go ahead and ask Mr. Matt Finkelstein to draw up a list of all the people who want you to die. And then you send invitations to them one by one, inviting them to come to China to attend the celebration banquet of your first concert in China. Chapter 66-74. Tawana was stunned. Mr. Wade, are you planning to let me invite all those who want to kill me to Aurus Hill? I invite them, they probably won't come at all, right? That's right. Charlie smiled and said, Steve is here too. If they ignore your invitation, let Steve invite them once as well. With him around, those people won't dare not come. After they come, bring Matt to the celebration banquet. I'm afraid they will be even more terrified by then. Charlie continued, in my opinion, the celebration banquet should be held in Classic Mansion. When the time comes, all these people can sit down in Classic Mansion, and let each of them bleed a little. It's best to let them cry when they return to the United States from Aurus Hill. In this way, not only will they not dare to have any improper thoughts about you, but they will also have to compensate you for your mental damages. Tawana exclaimed. Mr. Wade, you want me to ask them for money? Compensation? Charlie said seriously. They have to pay you for mental damage. And they have to pay me for mental damage. I killed so many people in Japan, and I was also very nervous. Besides, when they came and sat in Classic Mansion for dinner, don't they have to pay for the meal? Classic Mansion is about to open a branch. It's not too much to ask them to pay tens of thousands for the meal each. Tawana didn't understand Charlie's approach. But Steve knew it very well. He immediately agreed and said, Mr. Wade, those people know they are in the wrong. So they will definitely be willing to pay. With me here, I will make them cut off some pieces of meat. Tawana said in panic, Mr. Wade. I'm not actually short of money. I make a lot of money now, and I don't want their money. Charlie said seriously, you don't understand this. How can you spend your own money more comfortably than the money you extort? The day before Tawana's first concert in Aurus Hill, many American wealthy and celebrities suddenly received formal invitations from Tawana's team. The content of the invitation was simple and direct. Tawana's words were that she was finally going to hold her first concert in China. In order to celebrate the success of the first concert, she arranged a celebration banquet at Aurus Hill Classic Mansion and invited the other party to attend on time. These wealthy people, without exception, were all people who hoped that Tawana would die quickly. But how could they have imagined that Tawana would be so bold as to send them an invitation? In their opinion, Tawana knew that they wanted to put her to death, and dared to invite them to the celebration banquet under such circumstances. Isn't this a provocation? After private communication, all the wealthy and famous people decided to ignore Tawana's invitation directly. But unexpectedly, they soon received an invitation from the Rothschild family. Steve Rothschild formally invited them to come to China in his own name to attend Tavanna's celebration banquet. This shocked these wealthy and famous people. No one expected that Steve, the second in command of the Rothschild family, would actually attend Tavanna's celebration banquet. Originally, Steve's act of protecting Matt had made them extremely panicked. Now that Steve and Tawana were on the same side, wouldn't they be doomed? Even if they didn't dare to kill them in China. If they went there, they would probably be skinned alive, right? Chapter 66-75. Tawanna's first concert in Oris Hill is coming soon. In the past 2 days, the citizens of Oris Hill have clearly felt the impact of her existence. There are obviously more people in Oris Hill. Hotels are full, all the cars of car rental companies are rented out. And the roads are much more crowded than before. And there is no distinction between morning and evening rush hours. The famous tourist attractions in Oris Hill have also become crowded, with out-of-town tourists and even foreign tourists taking photos and checking in everywhere. According to official reports, Oris Hill has received about 400,000 to 500,000 out-of-town tourists in the past few days. And many tourists have already booked tickets and air tickets. But it is not time to travel yet. Charlie was very puzzled at first. The total number of tickets sold for the 4 concerts was only more than 200,000. How could so many out-of-town tourists come? Later, he learned from the internet that many fans, although they could not buy tickets, also rushed to this place to feel the atmosphere of their idols out of their love for their idols. And it is said that on the day of Tawanna's concert, there were more audiences listening outside the venue than watching inside the venue. Many fans are willing to fly over even if they can't buy tickets, and listen to the performance at the entrance of the venue for a night. This is the strong attraction of Tawanna, and the special economic effect generated by this attraction. Jacob used to drive Cullinan when he went out. Even if Elaine asked him to go to the vegetable market to buy 2 onions, he would definitely drive Cullinan to go there. But the traffic jams these 2 days have made him doubt his life. Early in the morning of the first concert, Jacob cursed at home. Damn, what kind of TTY concert is this? The whole city is blocked. I usually drive to work in 20 to 30 minutes. But now it's good, and it takes less than an hour. Charlie smiled and said, Dad, there are a lot of tourists from other places these 2 days. If you really can't do it, don't drive. Take the bus or subway. Jacob said depressedly. I haven't taken the bus or subway for a long time. I think it's a loss of status for me to squeeze into the subway with those losers. Charlie smiled helplessly. His father-in-law is a typical example. It's easy to go from frugality to luxury. But it's hard to go from luxury to frugality. Once he drives a Cullinan, even if you give him a Bentley Bentayga, he will still look down on it. Claire packed up and prepared to go out. Before leaving, she said to Charlie, Honey, what time do we go to the venue in the afternoon? Charlie said casually, It's up to you. Their concert starts at 7:30 and ends at 10:30. I'll go there soon to see if there is anything I need to pay attention to in terms of feng shui, and give them some guidance. Claire thought about it and said, Then I'll try to go there by 4 or 5 o'clock. I'll call you then. Please come out to pick me up. No problem. Charlie agreed and asked her, How are you going to the company? Claire said, I'll go out and scan a shared bike. With the current traffic, riding a bike is much faster than driving. Charlie said with concern. The weather is a bit cold. Keep warm and be safe when riding a bike. Claire nodded and said, Don't worry, I know. After that, he asked Jacob, Dad, do you want to ride a bike together? Jacob shook his head repeatedly. I can't do it. I think I'd better squeeze into the subway. The more people there are, the more people there are. At least it's warm. Claire smiled and asked him. Do you want to go out together? Okay. Jacob agreed, put down the car key of Cullinan, and prepared to change shoes and go out.